What's up guys, it's Haji back with another Crimson Desert video. Today we're going to go over the BloodSteel camp and how to fight Mr. Bradie Magoo, as I like to call him. He would be considered a mighty foe, so if you have an Abyss gear that gives you extra damage on mighty foes, that wouldn't be a bad idea to attach it to your weapon. This is my very first time fighting him, so I had no clue what I was getting into. Kind of just ran into it because I knew that there would be a boss at the center of the map. I didn't bother trying to clear out the camp first. I just went straight into the boss fight. So for the at first I was using the Wando, the two-handed katana. I personally thought it was too slow, and I like to have my sword and shield out, even though I don't do too much parrying on this guy in particular. I just like to have it out. It makes me feel better. So pretty much he's only going to have two attacks. He has this spinning attack thing that you just saw there, and he has his little charge attack. They're pretty easy to dodge for the most part. I am tanking a lot of his hits. You come in with some decent food, and it shouldn't be a problem at all. His stance meter is very, very low, especially if you're going to be an aggressive fighter. So I wasn't able to hit him with the critical attack right there when his stance broke, but it didn't matter too much because I smacked him around a little bit anyway. So for as far as my gear goes, you know, obviously you hit the anvil and the grindstone before you make your way out to any boss, and you make sure you have a decent heal bag going on. But for the most part, I mean, I got the sword off of Crowcaller, and I've been sticking with that sword. I took off his special attack, the crows, and I have this destructive orb thing going on here that I got from one of the ancients out in the Crimson Desert. Once again, that guy was way harder than this guy, so I go off into the world into harder sections and come back to stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, and it's way easier. Which is something that I would recommend. You know, it's kind of like Elden Ring in the sense of you have the ability to go anywhere throughout the world and go and collect gear that will help you progress through the storyline a lot simpler. So after you fight him, you'll end up having to clear out the whole camp, and it's an enormous camp. So I'm not going to show all of that because it's just a bunch of sword fighting a bunch of fodder. So the Wando is good for clearing out groups of people. I don't like using it during boss fights. I think it's too slow, and because for me you just end up hopping into boss fights a lot oftentimes. You know, I never know what I'm going to be getting myself into, so I just like to have my sword and shield at the ready. But for the most part, you know, clearing these guys out, you're going to have a bunch of bow guys that you're going to be trying to fight. And so this big guy right here, it's really not difficult. It's just a lot of work to do. It took me like 30 minutes to clear it. But that's how you defeat Mr. Bradie Magoo. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.